after you've done your rotations and your cat-cow, step the right foot up next to the right thumb. Climb the hands onto the knee, and we're going to take Anjaneyasana from here. So if you want to keep your hands here, that's fine. If you want to get the shoulders a bit more involved, lift up through the arms. Bend as much as you like with that right knee. It's the only lunge that I'm going to let this knee come over this right ankle. From here, make sure the left hip is reaching just as far forward as the right. And in fact, tuck your tailbone underneath so you engage this quadricep a bit more. Stay long through the spine and bend a little bit if you can. Two more breaths right here. And then exhale slowly. Bring the hands back to center. And then bring the left hand down to the floor. Right foot's gonna stay where it is. Reach the right hand toward the ceiling. And then open up the right shoulder and rib cage a bit more toward the right side of your mat. You can take a variation here by bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, and you'll be able to see this better on the other side, but from here I'm going to push into both palms, stack my forearms on top of each other, not letting them fold at all like that, and I'm using that to rotate my chest more open to the ceiling, or toward the right side of my mat. One more breath. And then exhale. We're going to untwist wherever you are. If you weren't feeling like that variation is good for you, please don't take it. So from here, I'm going to slow it down a bit. I'm going to come all the way into Skandasana, one of my favorite stretches. So the right leg staying bent, the left leg staying straight, and work this transition a little bit. You do it as quickly or as slowly as you like. I'm going to come onto my left heel, point my toes up toward the ceiling. And as I push my hips down, I'll lengthen my spine. This right heel can be up or down. Doesn't matter. Whichever feels more comfortable. If you need to bring this right foot a little further underneath your hips, so you can come onto the knee. Again, you can be very much up onto the ball of the right foot. That's okay. As long as this right knee is past the right shoulder. From here, if you want to bring your hands off the ground and work some balance a little bit, that's an option. I'm pushing my left heel down, externally rotating my left thigh and kind of engaging the back of my left leg by pulling my right heel isometrically toward my left heel isometrically toward my right. There's also a bind here if you want to reach around this right shin. Clasp the hands next to the right hip. Make sure you're not reaching underneath, but to the outside of your right shin. Take two more breaths wherever you are. And then exhale, release wherever you may be. And then spin back to the front of the mat. From here, frame the right foot. I'm going to step back and take whichever vinyasa that you prefer. You can start, if you're fresh to the practice, you can start with the knees on the ground, lowering the chest and hips at the same time to the mat. Finding a cobra here to start, to the point where you can, lifting your chest off the ground, to the point where you can lift your hands off the ground as well. Or you can find an up dog right here. Keeping my knees off the floor, taking the weight only onto my palms and the tops of my feet. Here, so you can see that better. Yeah. Shoulders back, chest forward. And on exhale, push back to child's pose. Take a breath. And then inhale, lift back up. Step the left foot next to the left thumb. Anjaneyasana, the second side. So again, let this left knee go as far forward as you like. Tuck the tailbone underneath and lift up and out of the shoulders, rolling them back and down. Engaging that right thigh, lifting to the chest. Two more breaths. And then exhale, slowly come back down. Take your twisted lunge from here. Keep the right knee on the ground. Right palm pushes into the mat, the left palm reaches up toward the ceiling. So again, staying here if this is what you're comfortable with. If you want to take it a bit further, you may. It's definitely not a requirement. I'm going to bring my right elbow to the outside of my left thigh. Push into to both of my palms. Keep my forearms in a straight line, elbows stacking, and then peeling open my chest and torso toward the left side of the room. Keep reaching that left hip back as you push through your left heel. And then exhale, release. You're going to spin again into Skandasana, coming onto the right heel. Point the right toes up, right leg stays straight, left knee stays bent. Just to show you that transition one more time. Coming down. Left heel can be up or down. Doesn't matter. Hands up, maybe to heart center, maybe binding. One more breath. And then slowly spin back to the front of the mat. This time, tuck the toes underneath. Hands under the shoulders, framing the left foot. We're going to step back, find a plank, and then slowly push the hips back to down dog. Head reaching through the shoulders. You can alternately bend the knees right here. Maybe one leg is straight, pushing the heel to the floor. The other leg is relaxed. Push all 10 fingertips and both palms into your mat. Breathing into the backs of the legs. 2 more breaths right here. And slowly come on down.